1, let's go!
Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited. It's our first episode, Fighting the Fray. Welcome. As this is our first episode, we're going to try and lay the foundation for what we're going to be discussing as you tune in every week. We're going to be kicking off an 8-episode series. The series is called Things I Wish I Knew Before I Said I Do. And the episode is called It's More Than the Love You See. As we're going through the series, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at hello@fightingthefray.com.
Working on that.
I've been practicing.
Right.
So we're gonna have a Q&A session at the end of our series. So please feel free to send your questions as you have them, as we'll address all of them at the end of the series. So once again, that's hello@fightingthefray.com. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, this episode that we're about to discuss is applicable and beneficial for both married and dating couples. So let's get right into it. It's more than the love you see.
Let me just set the scene for us. We just landed. Our destination, Las Vegas, Nevada. Or should I say, Viva Las Vegas. Yep, it's that place with those shiny lights, those beautiful billboards, and all of those shiny things. I mean, it's like Christmas whenever you step off the plane. But you know, all of those beautiful things, especially the signage, it's a facade. And if we're not careful, we can get so wrapped up into that facade that we completely miss the important aspects of the structure and the foundation that hold up those signs and allow us to even enjoy their beauty. We've seen some similar things like that happen in relationships. And it's just relationships that really are so engaged in the love or the perception of the love, as well as they're so caught up and wrapped up into this love that they feel and experience that they completely overlook all of the foundational things that are necessary in order for them to be able to have a long lasting love or be able to experience the full potential of that love in general. And so that's why just for a moment today, we're gonna discuss a topic entitled More Than the Love You See. Speaking of the experience, honey, you remember how you acted the first time I told you I loved you?
John, don't start with me. Don't start with me. Girl, hello? Yes, he finally said it! What do you mean you don't understand me? It! He finally said it. Yes, I love you. Girl, I'm so excited. Hold on. He's coming. Let me play it cool. Hold on. What's so funny?
My gosh.
What's so funny?
Sounds like you heard some really, really good information lately.
What are you talking about?
Your sunroof is open, honey.
You heard my conversation? Boy, bye! Move! I wasn't talking about you anyway. So we understand that there's more than the love we see. But what is the love that we currently see as a society? It's a love that's based off of feelings. It's an emotional love. Sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't. That's kind of scary though, because our feelings are based on our expectations. You can't feel wronged if you didn't first have an expectation that you'd be treated fairly. And our expectations are based on our environment, the things that we see every day, what we absorb in. The thing is, our environment is always changing. And if our environment is always changing and it affects our expectations, then our expectations are always changing. And since that drives our feelings are always changing. And if our love is based on an ever-changing feeling, then you can understand why people fall in and out of love so easily these days. Ultimately, our lifelong most important relationship can't be based on a variable factor such as feelings and emotions.
So what is the love we aren't seeing? If I was to go back to what I mentioned earlier, I would say this is the love that's behind the scenes. Most strong, vibrant marriages and courtships that are headed in the right direction likely exhibit these aspects of love. There's patience, forgiveness, both giving and receiving. There's this aspect of joyousness that's there, because ain't nobody got time for somebody that's always angry. Selflessness, not selfishness. And there's communication. And I'm talking about the in-depth type of communication where you're talking for hours to be able to finally get to a resolution on a topic so that you're on the same page. Same page. Maybe really what you're wanting to find out is, what does all of these qualities look like on a more practical level? Because going behind the scenes in your love does have a level of practicality to it. One of the things that has really helped Paige and I out, and we've learned over time, is just having dialogue regarding or through books. And some of this dialogue that we've had, that's been like the most in-depth conversations and communication that we've had. Going through books like Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren, or The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman, or, I mean, believe it or not, the Bible, the Word of God. I mean, Songs of Solomon. So for my married folks, that's what Songs of Solomon was about. But I mean, anyone who's going through these types of various books and going through these different texts and having conversations, I mean, I really strongly suggest that you do have a keen ear, because this is like your most authentic time, and a lot of the conversation that's taking place is a true reflection of their character.
So where are my married people at? Earlier, John painted a great picture about Vegas and the signage and how beautiful it was and how flashy it was. In marriage, sometimes the picture's a little different. Everything is flashing but the sign. And by that I mean the excitement is everywhere else except the home. After the wedding and the honeymoon phase, we welcome back life with open arms. And by life I mean kids, career, investments, even lingering educational pursuits. We do these so well that sometimes we put our marriages on the back burner. That's not okay. We have to continue investing in our marriages. We have to be lifelong students of our spouse. We have to know what makes them happy, what makes them mad, how they handle stress, even their natural disposition, how that changes over the years. We have to go beyond the surface and not rely on the love or the knowledge of yesterday.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. Hey babe, you think when we get inside that we can talk?
Didn't we just talk yesterday or like last week?
I mean, yeah, but we should talk like every day.
Yeah.
Our marriages should be a lifelong pursuit. Whether dating or married, we have to keep striving to go behind the scenes, because it's more than the love we see.
You know what honey drops?
Honey drops because our name is Oinka, and that means honey drops in Yoruba. Continue.
Yeah, well, I think this is a great place for us to conclude.
Yeah.
We spoke a lot today about going behind the scenes in our love, and over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be sharing some more thoughts on things we wish we knew before we say I do. So if you were encouraged by this, or if you know of anyone else that you feel like will be encouraged by this, please share this with them. And until we see you next week, let's keep fighting the fray.